Hello, my friends. How are you? It's Rachel, and today we are going to look at 5 different ways you can use Christmas cards in your junk journal. So let's get busy. How are you, my friends? I've got 5 different ways to use Christmas cards in your junk journal. I'm so excited because it's so much fun receiving Christmas cards, sending Christmas cards, and then taking those Christmas cards and using them in your journal. So let's get busy. So the first one we are going to, let's talk about Christmas cards. Let's talk about them first. So I like stopping at Dollar Tree to check out their cards. They have gorgeous cards, and I'll show you some that I got last year from Dollar Tree that I used in my junk journal last year. But I stopped there yesterday and picked up some of these, and look how cute this is. Absolutely adorable. This one I think I'm going to use on my page about Christmas dinner because I kind of want to, I need to fix this, but use that. I just love nutcrackers. I thought this bunny holder one, make sure you check those out. So we're looking at like these tall ones, different shapes. Okay, so this is one of the money holder ones. So we're going to cut this off, make a tag, and then you get these gorgeous red envelopes. I picked up this one with the animals, adorable. I got this one with the sweaters. Isn't that cute? I think I have a page with some sweaters on it. We're going to do like a little Christmassy sweater kind of thing. I thought this one was pretty. It's got a bunch of glitter on it. And this I've already cut in half and included in my journal, so I will show you that. And then these are the cards I'm sending out this year. I actually found them at Goodwill, and I will show you how I used it in my journal. Isn't that pretty? And then there's the inside. Love the little snowflakes on it. So I will show you on some of them like a little project to do and how to use it, and then I'll show you in my other journals how I've used them as well, so you can kind of see it a little bit differently. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so with these cards on the inside, this one has on this side where you would put like the money or the gift card, and you can kind of punch those out. And the sentiment is on this side. So if you have a card where the sentiment is on this side, then you have a little bit more room to work on this side once you cut it out. Since the sentiment is here, I'm not going to add anything additional to the back of this when I get to it. But the first thing I'm going to do is just cut along the folds. I love this card, and use this somewhere else somehow. We'll see. I haven't thought about anything for it yet. Obviously, save your envelopes. We can put this in the journal as well on a different page, or even you could even use this as your envelope in your journal. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just cut the corners off. I found this tag punch on Amazon. It's not necessary. I think it kind of helps me just a little bit. And then I'm going to ink around the edges really quick on the front and back. I'm using Vintage Photo in this journal. I think I need to add some more ink to it because it's not as strong anymore. Okay. And I mean, look at how pretty this is. You really don't have to do anything extra to it, but you know we are. So I'm going to decorate the front. And like I said, I don't really want to do anything on the back, so I can have this spot here for journaling. So we're just going to decorate the front. So the first thing I'm going to do, I have half of a gold doily. A lot of the things I talk about that I get on Amazon, I have in my Amazon favorites, the little storefront thing that is linked down below. I think I'll have to trim off a little bit of this doily, but oh, these are so pretty. I'm just going to add that to the bottom here. Yeah, we got to do a little snipping on the sides. And I'm just going to keep this simple. I've just got a little Tim Holtz ephemera piece, and then one of the mini paper dolls. So we'll just add that. And her. And I've got a little bit of gold trim to add to the top here. But I'm going to do that at the sewing machine, so I will be right back. Okay, so here it is. I love it sewn. I think it looks so pretty. And then on the back, got a little bit of room up there. We could maybe add something, but I think it looks fine. Probably would leave this blank and add maybe the date up there. But I think it looks absolutely beautiful. And so last year, I wanted to show you, I received a card from a subscriber that was a longer card. So it opened this way, up. And it had these adorable snowmen on it. They're so cute. So I cut the card into strips with the little snowmen and did these little tiny pockets down here. If I can, I think these are from little coin envelopes that I used, and did some stamping on those. And these look so cute. You could also take these and use these as gift tags too, when you cut the cards small like that. But yeah, so this will be a really pretty journaling card to use in my junk journal for this year. So I don't have a lot of pockets added to this yet. So for now, I could probably just stick it right in there and have it ready. So let's move on to number 2. Okay, so for my second idea, the Christmas card you're sending out, which I kind of like to include in my journal too. You can use that to make your Christmas card send to list. So you can either put this in your journal, like sewn in the signatures like this, and have this as one, one page and the other. Since I'm using the binder rings, I just cut the back off of it and have it here. So what I'm going to do is just remove it from the journal so I can work. And this is, you don't have to remove them from it, but I think it's easier to show you. Okay, so I've got my card out, and I used my Dymo label maker. You could stamp this if you wanted to. Here's a little label maker I've been using. I have this down there as well. So I'm just going to add Christmas cards to up here. I don't think I'll add anything else to the page besides some numbers. I always add just a little bit of extra glue. I mean, I always add a little bit of extra glue just to these when I pull the backing off, just in case. So I'll do Christmas cards. Super easy. And then I'm gonna add some numbers going down so I know who I'm sending cards to. I still need to figure out how many I'm sending out since writing is still a little difficult. And then if you had like the back part of your card in your journal, you could use that part of the card to say who you received cards from. I'm going to get this added back in here and we will move on to number 3. Okay, so the next idea is really simple and I kind of already talked about it. So here is one of the Dollar Tree cards I got earlier. I've already got it in the journal. Look how cute that is. But I have the back of the card. Okay, so I want to use that sentiment. So I'm going to, should probably use your paper trimmer for this if you want it super straight, not totally worried about it right now. And I am going to clip the edges with this corner punch. You could round the edges, you could do nothing to the edges, that's totally up to you. And then I'm going to just ink it, and there you go. You've got a sentiment to put on the page. So I've been trying to figure out what I want to put on the front, and I could put that up here and decorate the rest of my page. But let me show you in the one from last year. Here's a sentiment from one of the cards I got. I just cut it out, inked it, and glued it on the back of the signature page because I wasn't totally sure what to put there. And then just flipping through the journal, I know I have some more cut out and put on pages. So that's an easy way to use the back of the card or the inside of the card. And then I've got these pieces where I could stamp on those and make little stamped ephemera tags, stuff like that. So you can use almost every single little piece, right? So let's go ahead and move on to, what was that? 3? Let's move on to number 4. Okay, so for this one, I'm actually going to use this tall card to make a tuck spot. So I'll show you in my other journal too, but if you just want to use part of the card, and oh my gosh, look at that pretty envelope. I'll get that out. I'll get that out in a minute. So if you just want to use part of the card, or like this card is just a little too tall for my journal, you can obviously cut part of it out. So that is what I'm going to do here. And I'm trying to see what all I can do, because this is, okay, glued on a little crooked, which I don't like. And then getting this off here. I wasn't sure what was underneath this, and it looks like where it has like an outline of where they're supposed to put this on, isn't that? So let's just go ahead and get this cut apart. That may change this just a little bit. So I'm going to cut the card. And pull this paper off. Okay. This is the page I'm going to actually put the tuck spot on, and I'll put it here. So I'm going to put the journal out of the way while we work on it. All right, first thing, we have got to fix how crooked this is. And I'm going to ink it up because it's got a little bit of like where it wasn't cut straight. So we're just going to ink it up and try to cover up some of that so it's not as noticeable. Even on this part for the bottom, they have like where this would go. Let's funny. Okay, so I'm going to pull it close to me so I can make sure it's straight. And I really don't want to pull the foam off, so much better. So I could actually cut here, but this will leave my pocket pretty short. Because what I planned on doing was having this cut right above these like little red dots. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is cut the sweet out and see if that will cover up enough of it so it's not as noticeable. Yeah, that definitely helps. There's a little bit of that like white dotted line on there still, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to cut that top piece off. See how we fit on the page. Oh, isn't that adorable? Okay, so like this is going to be our tuck spot here. So I'm just going to ink that a little bit. I'm not going to sew this down because the really pretty dots on this, I want to keep that to where we can see it. So it'll just be a tuck spot. Look how cute that is. Of course I cut that a little crooked. It's fine. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for this. Make sure I don't glue this part. Put some glue on the sides, and well, I guess this would be the top and bottom in one side. And then stick it down right here. And then since the card's not totally straight, I'm just going to hold it for a second and get something to wipe up that extra glue. Okay, there it is. Isn't that cute? So this is going to go on my page about Christmas dinner. Or you could do, like with this would be cute for like if you do a baking day themed day in your journal, that would be cute for that. Just gonna get this put in the journal, then I will show you that other tuck spot or pocket I did last year, and we will move on to the last one. Isn't that cute? I've got like a little baking dessert theme over there, and so then I'm gonna do about Christmas dinner and stuff like that on these cute recipe cards I found at the thrift shop and have them tucked in the side here. Adorable. Well, let's move on. Okay, before we move on, I gotta show you this card here. Hopefully you can see it. Was one of the long cards from my parents. It's absolutely beautiful. So I cut the back off and made it into a pocket. And since it was too long for my page, what was left over I made into this little flip. Super cute. And so let's move on to the last idea, which may seem really easy, but there's so many different ways you could also do it. So it's literally pasting the whole card in your journal. So now hear me out. I'll show you a couple different in here, and then I'll show you where we paste it in there. But this is a Christmas card I found at Dollar Tree. I cut the tree out of the front, or tree off of the front. Here is a card that I did a little flip spot for a journaling spot, and I know there is a whole card because I did not want to cut it apart. Here's part of a card that I cut apart too. It's so pretty. Here's another little flip with a Christmas card. Here's the front of one, a small one I had pasted in here. I showed last year how to use the Christmas card box to make a little flip, and right here. So I just literally pasted the whole card in here. I think this is a card from Lori. It's so pretty. And then here's a sentiment from a Christmas card as well. This is part of a Christmas card I cut out from another subscriber. So I use Christmas cards all through here. So I haven't really started working in this journal too much. This is actually you know, first time sitting down that I've started doing things to it. And so, like I said, I had gotten this really cute card with these animals on it, and I always like to do a page in here like dedicated to my kitties. So I'm literally going to paste this on this page. First, I want to ink it up a little bit though. Just grunged up just a little bit. So since this part is plain over here, what I'm planning on doing for this spread is probably having another Christmas paper on this side and then having their pictures on there too. But I am going to add a little tab to it just so it's a little bit easier to open. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it. I think we'll do it up at the top of the card there. This gold glitter paper is from Michael's The Recollections. If you are looking for some glitter paper, it is awesome. I love using it for this and die cuts because the glitter doesn't come off like some glitter pads do. Oh, isn't that cute? I gotta put it pretty much right on the edge because of my where the holes are there. I think I'm just going to use that Fabri-Tac for it. And then I'll be able to journal here, maybe do a collage on the other side, or even journal on that side. I'm not sure yet, but I just thought this card was cute. This is some of the coffee dyed paper. I added green food coloring to, let's put it down on the page. Green food coloring to last year, and did one of those lace doilies on. I think it looks so pretty. And I've been hoarding those pages, so I wanted to make sure I added some in there. There you go. I mean, it's literally that easy. You have something really pretty in your journal, and then I can do what I want to over here with the kitty cats. 'Cause what's this paper? This is, oh, isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's 5 easy ideas of things you can do in your junk journals with the Christmas cards you either receive or you send out. I have a tutorial on how I made this junk journal that I'm using this year for Christmas. You can find that link down below in my Christmas playlist. I have my other December daily journal flip throughs from last year down in the description of this massive boy. This is massive. This was so much fun to make. If you have other ideas of how to use Christmas cards in your junk journals, let us know in the comments down below so we can all talk about it and add some more things to our journals. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye!